Die toneelstuk Diepe Grond deur die bekende dramaturg Reza de Wet is nou vertaal en verfilm. Dis reg vir die silwerdoek en die premier is by die Durbanse filmfees. Die naam van die film is African Gothic en saam met die filmmakers vereer ons ook vir Reza de Wet wat laas jaar oorlede is. Sy is ons dagbreker. Hierdie jaar merk die 34ste jaar van die filmfees en die eerste dag van die fees is môre. Die akteur Chella Ferro en die regisseur Gabriel Bologna is hier om te gesels oor hierdie interessante en donker film. Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Rosie.
Gabriel, I'm going to start with you. Do you have roots in South Africa? What drew you to this project? Because I know, Chella, you originally are from here, and we'll talk about that later. But what made you want to do a South African piece?
Well, I have to tell you, being born and raised in New York, I couldn't think of a life as far removed as being from South Africa as mine. Before I started this project, I didn't know what a rusk was, or biltong, or boerewors. And I have to say that when this script was presented to me, I researched as much as I possibly could about the writings of Reza de Wet, and also much about South African history. And what I was so taken by is the sense of humanity in the writing. And I've always felt that the more specific a story is, the more universal it becomes. So even though this movie takes place in the Orange Free State in South Africa, it resonates with all the messages that the world needs to know about social consciousness, social awareness. And I have to say, I feel like an adopted South African.
Yes. Chella, what was it like for you, kind of coming back to your roots?
Oh, it was such an extraordinary gift, really. It's meant a huge amount to me. I actually auditioned for this film in New York, and it came just at the right moment, and it all happened very fast. Read the script, and I just knew that was my part. I wanted it so much, and yeah, it was just a dream, honestly. Every step of the way of filming was just wonderful. Yeah. And yeah.
It's quite a dark film, and the role of Sissy is quite a dark, kind of macabre role. How did you get into that? What was the process like?
I loved playing Sissy, and what I love about her is that it's her childlike quality. And as long as I wasn't going to judge her circumstances or her choices, and that I could just sort of love her and accept her as she is, I could really enjoy exploring her. And I loved that she is constantly role-playing and fantasizing in order to deal with her past. I found it interesting to be moving, you know, in a split moment into another aspect of myself. Yeah. My mother, for example, playing these different parts. She's also very physical and tactile, and she's like this wild creature with no boundaries, and that was really fun to play. Yeah. Yeah.
The piece is obviously originated as a theatre, as a play. How did you take that and translate it onto the screen, especially with all the metaphors and the kind of the underlying subtext? How did you take that and make it more filmic?
What I was so surprised about Reza de Wet's writing is it is so rife for an adaptation for the screen. She has wholeheartedly created a genre, a type of stream of consciousness, psychological thriller that is so perfect for the screen. Now, I was listening to her talk about the role-playing sequences. You know, these two characters play these roles as a way to kind of purge their inner demons, kind of role play. And it's a very like Chekhovian cusp of reality type piece that's so great for film, because when they play these characters, we have flashbacks to different times in their lives of the reasons why they have to play these roles to really survive emotionally, because of the scars that they have been bruised by in their past.
Yeah. And does the plot ever get resolved? Because obviously it's got that kind of mystical realism feel to it. Is that the crux of the film, or is it plot driven? Tough question.
Well, I know that we both have something to say about it. it really keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I know that, actually playing the part kept me on the edge of my seat because we filmed it like a play, which is quite rare.
Wow, yes.
We didn't hop around from scene to scene. We actually filmed from beginning to end. So I actually got to fully experience moment to moment. So there is a mystery element that remains for sure, and there is some resolution. And even for myself, there's still mystery. Even having lived through the story, there's still some things unanswered.
You're really truly on the edge of your seat with this piece. You don't know up from down, right from left, till the very end. Just when you think the movie's going this way, it goes that way. And I tried very much to stay true to Reza's sense of intense suspense. I would say that perhaps you were left with more questions than answers. And to me, that is the most meaningful aspect about this piece, because so many American films, they spoon feed you everything. You walk out never thinking about this film. This film will resonate with you for a long time.
Wow. Just in closing, how excited are you to have the film's premiere at the Durban Film Festival here in this country? It must be just an amazing kind of full circle moment.
Oh, absolutely thrilled. It's my first time experiencing the festival. Can't wait to go. Can't wait to experience this celebration of storytelling. It's going to be a powerful thing to see films from other parts of Africa and all over the world. Yeah.
We really wanted to premiere the movie in the mother country of the writer and so many of our actors, and I think it's very important that we show this first to South Africans, because it really is, I think, a literary treasure, this piece.
Yeah.
And it was an honor to be part of it.
Amazing. Thank you very much for joining us, Chela.
Bye,
and Gabriel, it's been lovely to have you. Dankie vir jou, Chela. Dit was Gabriel Bologna, die regisseur van African Gothic, en Chela Ferro, wat die rol van Sissy vertolk.